Cards, another excellent home performance, an excellent result. Where do you rank that as performances go this season?
It's the best performance of the season, isn't it? I think we followed up on Saturday with against a strong team on Saturday. Playing one of the best, or one of the sides who started the best in the division, and we've had a really good shape about us from the first minute. We were aggressive, pressing the ball. They had a couple of spells first half, which was mainly from us giving it to them, really. A couple of wayward passes, unforced. But I felt once we got the goal, there was no, we weren't losing the game. 2-man, everyone's put a big shift in, but I think as well, when we watch the game back, which we will, I think you'll see how important that sort of 4 in the middle of the pitch from the 2 centre halves and Jay and Bells. That's not denying anyone any plaudits from a performance tonight, but going into the game, I said said to the staff, if them 4 are on it, we win the game. And they all were. The 11 were on it, because listen, you've seen they've been a good team. They've started really well, but I felt they had a couple of chances. One shot low, which Liam was right behind. A bit similar to Saturday's one, to be honest, but not really loads else that stands out to me, where he's having to make saves, and I think it was a really strong performance, good win, and really disciplined in what we've done.
You said on Saturday about players getting up for big games, and you mentioned Josh Vella there, probably epitomised that, and we both thought Evan Gums was fantastic at the back as well.
Well, Ev's done 3 games in 9 days since his last one was Boxing Day, was it?
New Year's Day.
New Year's Day. So to do what he's done, especially with the first game, obviously, and then the way the pitches have been on the turn, and tonight when it poured down, the pitch was really heavy. He was immense. So as was Doyley, But Ev's one of them lads. He will rub his hands together tonight in that game. Vels again, so calm, so composed, just takes the sting out of it when you need him to, and gets a nice little set in to enable the next pass forward to be quality. But like I said, 2-man, we were talking, not too long ago, where we were saying we couldn't pick a player who played close to the performance levels they'd shown previously. Again tonight, he's struggling to pick a standout.
You've obviously been waiting a few weeks for Max Thompson to come back into the fray, and he basically had 1 chance and scored 1 goal. So that's his job, really. Yeah,
definitely. We've been in contact with Charlie all the time, just waiting for him to be right, to be ready. Charlie's done well and been treating him, and that's his first game since he played here against Russia. So that's how long he's been out. He tried to come back, rolled it again, his ankle again, and so he obviously come back too soon. But I think tonight you've seen for an hour what he can bring to us is hold up players' energy, his craft. He done something where he held the ball up in the second half, turned, wriggled through a couple, switched the play, different class. And he's over the moon. He's obviously scored tonight to get us off the mark and to get himself off the mark, and followed it up with a big 60 minutes there. It was important we didn't do too much, because you could see he was tiring. But it's nice to be able to have Mark to come on and and to take the baton over.
And now Watson scored 2. The first one, great bit of strength from him to hold off the centre half, and then an excellent finish. And then I guess the third one, or now Watson's second, just killed the game off really as a contest.
It did, yeah. His first one was a great goal. It's a great ball in behind him. He gets across his man, like you say, outstrengths him, because he's a big lad there, centre half. But he's strong now. When he's got the goal in sight, he obviously gains a bit more strength, because it's time and time again where he gets in behind, he can be deadly. And his finish was excellent, but his header, what a ball from Jack Doyle. But he should have had a fourth. Sorry, a third. He should have made us with James from James Malado's cross. He's gone with his foot instead of sticking his head on it. So yeah, so I gave him a little bit of stick for that coming off, because he should have been going home with a match ball. But no, as I say, it's hard to, obviously Niall gets it because he scores a couple of goals, but you know, to a man today, we were excellent.
Obviously, since you brought Niall in, I think he probably came in at the start of this run of 6 wins in 7, or made his debut maybe the week before. How important has he been to the change that you've seen in the front area of the pitch?
Well, I think as well, you've seen obviously Chris Doyle come in as well at the same time, but Niall always gives you that. I said it Saturday, he always gives you the threat. He can be messy at times, he can be unpredictable, where you think, well, where's he going, what's he doing there? But then a minute later, he can get round the back of someone and cross a ball, and someone gets a tap in, or he can get it on a far post or on a near post and just glance at header. He's always a threat, and that's what we didn't have. We didn't have that. And now when you look at it, we've got him, we've renewed Dante for another month, we've got Mark, we've got Liam, who thought put a proper shift in tonight, worked hard, and Max, and then all of a sudden it starts looking a lot healthier, the attack, as to, you know, 5-6 weeks ago when we didn't have a forward. You know, and we said it would take time for it to pull together. It has. You know, it's not perfect yet, but you know, when I look at who's to come back in Cal, in Scott, in Troy, you know, Tweed's first time being able to leave someone out. Tweed's never made the bench. He made the bench on Saturday. So all of a sudden, Elliott as well. You know, when these players come back, we probably have too many, but I'd sooner be, I think Canna's used the phrase, I'd sooner be looking at them than looking for them, because we've spent a long time looking to try and build a squad, and then obviously we've got decisions to make. But as it is now, I think today, we got today was the start of 7 and 28, was it? So, and then that leads you into the Christmas period. So we're going to need everyone. I think Jack Doyle might be suspended now. We might have 5 yellows. So, you know, it's important Matty Waters is being right, because when he's come on the pitch, he's been different class for us as well, showing a top attitude. So, you know, the squad's going to be used. It's going to be needed, and everyone's going to play a part.
The only downside is your next 2 league games are away from home. How do you arrest this weird situation where at home you're basically top of the league and away from home you're bottom of the league? How do you find some?
We've got to maybe approach it a little bit differently. What that differently looks like might, you know, but I think it can be a mindset thing. But I think, you know, we've got to be certainly confident wherever we go, and I've said it to them in there tonight. You know, this squad of players, you know, we shouldn't fear anyone. That's not getting carried away with anything. We shouldn't fear anyone with the players we've got. But we've just got to flip our mindset when we go away from home. We've got to be as organised and disciplined as we was tonight, as we was on Saturday, and make sure that whoever we're playing against knows that we're a tough opposition. You know, whether it be here, whether it be away, we've got to get that. You know, we're good enough to be that. We've got to show it.
You've obviously played at Hyde already this season in the trophy, and you know, lost narrowly there. Does that at least give you a benchmark to sort of compare it to?
Yeah, I think so. I think obviously we, you know, it just felt, it just didn't feel right about us at that time. And again, not getting carried away, you feel it feels a lot different, even though it wasn't too long ago. It feels a lot different now. The squad looks more balanced. The options are stronger. The players we've got in attack are more threatening, and we've got more balance about the team. And I think you know, it's what we've been searching for. It was unfortunate we got the injuries we did at the beginning of the season, because that denied us that balance we had. But now we've slowly pieced it together, whereby, you know, it looks a lot healthier.
Yeah. Just on Niall again, obviously you're enjoying having him, and he's clearly in great form, but he seems to really be enjoying playing here as well, and seems to be really connected with the place. The fans have clearly connected with him, but him with them as well.
Yeah, and you know, obviously the affiliation is his family's got through his dad here, and you know, I think, you know, not that he's gonna go on and, you know, do what his dad did, but he's certainly having a go. He's certainly making a fist of it. But no, he's a great lad. He's come in. He's full of beans. He's, you know, he's always got a smile on his face now, and you know, even though he's at a good club in Hensford, obviously the journey, the travel can affect you, and then when you're not in the team, it can affect you even more. You know, you end up dragging your heels going to training, and you know, you're never as sharp or as, you know, on your toes as what you should be. But I think since he's come in, he's relished it. He's really enjoyed it. He's shown it on the pitch, isn't he? And that's all we can ask.
And I guess that third goal you'll take a bit more satisfaction from, because it's from a set piece. I mean, you probably might admit yourself you probably don't score enough from set pieces, but that was a nice one to go in.
It's a great ball in, to be honest. We've got in Dales, in Jack, in Matty Waters, you know, there's players who can really deliver the ball. And we've got good headers of the ball, and you know, we should score more, you're right. But you know, you take them how they come, and that's, you know, we scored from a set piece for the first goal, but it just wasn't ours. So, but we made it count. We capitalised on a mistake, and we punished it, and you know, we've got to make sure we keep doing it.